So we're back to salon business this morning, and I want to tell you we're going to finish this up this week, and next week we're going to start with scalp treatment. So that's something to look forward to. So I want to tell you that what I'm going to teach you today, it'll be due, this is kind of backwards on the board, but it's due April 27th for classes 1A and 1C, and it's due April 30th for second and third session. So we're going to go ahead and finish the salon business today. I got some things I want to share with you, and so I hope that everyone is happy and healthy this week and that you're all doing great. Step 1 and step 2 that I taught you last week, I would like for you to send that in via Google Classroom. Send it to us, please, to the appropriate teacher. So for 1A and 1C, send it to Ms. Jaramillo, and for second session, Mr. Soto, and for third session, send them to me. Okay, so last week we designed the salon, we put in equipment, we did a menu of services that we would do in the salon, and you also made a list of the month's supplies and what it would cost. And so today we're going to go into step 3. Okay, I'm going to share a screen with you on step 3. And I sent all of these documents to you last night. I don't know if you got a chance to look at them, but look for them on your Synergy. All of these have been downloaded onto Synergy. These 3 documents that I'm going to share with you, these are updated from the first ones that I sent to you. I realized there was a couple things missing. So use these as the updated version of what we want you to do. Okay, so I'm gonna go to share screen here. And the first thing I wanna share with you is the appointment schedule, okay? So this appointment schedule class we're gonna do, hold on a second, let me bring it down, okay? The appointment schedule. We are going to start. You had a blank schedule like this. This was part of your documents that you got the first week that I sent them to you, but this is what you want to create. You can create this on an Excel spreadsheet, or you have a template that we sent you on Synergy that I did a few weeks ago. So what we have is you're going to have a blank schedule. I went ahead and did one for me. And I said that I did a haircut at $45 starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then I went to a color with a little bit of highlights on the top of the head, and I did that from 9 o'clock. I wasn't available at 10, but at 11 I was able to come in and do I did a manicure, and that was 1 hour, okay? And so at 12 I came in at 1 and I did a spiral perm. Okay, so from that's 9, that was at 1, 2, and 3, and I didn't have anybody else till 3 o'clock. A men's haircut at $35, beard trim for $17, another beard trim for $17, and then I closed at 6 o'clock. So you can see what I've done here with this screen, and I've made an appointment schedule, and I've actually also, I've put what the amount that I'm charging based off the service menu that you did from step 2, part A. Then I went here and I totaled every single day. So every day I totaled it, and I totaled that for the week. Okay, so you can see what I've done here. I totaled it for the week. And so what you're going to have is that particular schedule, and you're going to have your appointment book. So that's really like your appointment book is what you have there. And so with that said, you're going to take this information, okay, and I'm going to plug that into, let's go to the next piece of information that we have here. And that is going to be salon business step 3, okay? So salon business step 3, this is what we're going to do here. And so you're going to estimate the cost of what you will pay for the following. You're going to do the research, and we had put here a while back that you would call a barber, a beauty salon, or maybe ask even your parents for help. They kind of maybe have some ideas on like what they pay for water, gas, and electric, and you would know that in a business it would be a little more. But I spoke to a couple of salons yesterday, actually 3, And I spoke to the owner of our salon. We all rent spaces from her up on Osuna and Eubank. And she said that she pays close to $2 a square foot for the rent. I spoke to one in the Southeast Heights, and they paid, I believe it was about $1 a square foot, and one in the South Valley was about $1.10 a square foot. So if they have $1,000 square foot, so you're gonna do the math, and each square foot is $1.10, or it's $2.50, whatever it is. I said that I had my rent was going to be $2,500. My month supplies, this includes all the hair products that you needed to run your salon for 1 month for every hairdresser that you had there. And this figure is taken from step 2, part B, okay? Then you have your utilities. You have the water, the gas, the electricity, and the telephone. And I spoke to my salon owner, and she said that in her space, the water is included. And so probably that's why they charge probably a couple dollars a square foot for her salon. But in the South Valley and the Southeast Heights, these ladies told me that no, they actually pay the water, and the water runs about $300 to $350, the usage, depending on the usage. So I went with the higher amount here of $350. Gas and electric, my salon owner says that in the summer it's about $500, in the winter about $420 a month for both of those, because you're using more of the cooling system, your air conditioning. In the summer, it tends to go a little higher, but just take an average. None of these will be incorrect, you guys, unless you put $10, because, you know, that would be so not real. But anything that you can research and kind of, if you Google this information, water for a business, a salon business average, it would probably give you some information. The telephone, the landline on a telephone, and that's one that's in the business. It's not in, not your cell phone. And I always try to tell the salon owners that you should have a landline, because if anything happened that your cell phone was not available to you, that you would be able to have a landline to call out of there. If you had a call for an emergency and your cell phone is not available, so on and so forth, you would need to have something like that. Advertising, about $280. And really, I used advertising here, maybe a billboard that I spent for maybe a couple weeks was $280, and some business cards. Mr. Soto said this morning that to have a website made, it starts about $1,800 to design a website. So that's quite pricey, so that you might think about what you want to do. But you know, advertising, I think in today's world, in today's market, social media is so big that you could do social media and it doesn't cost you anything, except you take pictures, you put it on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you do, you're going to be doing that. And so that's huge, because the word of mouth is the best advertising that you can do, and it's going to cost you nothing, okay, except your time and energy to put it on social media. Payroll. So the payroll here, class, you're going to do, you're going to enter the amount that you calculate in step 4, part C, for the payroll. And I'm going to go to that next. The total expenses of all these costs here that you have is going to total out to be $22,115. Okay. And so I'm going to go to the next, okay, piece of information for you that's going to tell you about how to figure out payroll and how to figure out your net profit. So this is step 4. And again, these documents I have sent to you on Synergy. Mr. Soto said he would put it on Google as well for you, Google Classroom. So here we go. Using your blank calendar, which I showed you, the appointment book that I made, okay, you will schedule one employee and a service offered for 1 full week, and you will total that amount, okay? And the total is taken from the salon appointment schedule for the week. That's the salon schedule. You're going to multiply this week right here, okay? And you're going to multiply it by 4 because there's 4 weeks in a month. So now we have $8,280 for 1 month. You're going to take and you're going to multiply, okay, this number by the number of employees or stylists in your business that are working for you. Now, I used an example of having 4 employees in my salon. So with this monthly income, it totaled out to be $33,120, okay? And so right here, this appointment schedule, okay? I did hair, skin, and nails, and you will look, and if you look at my appointment schedule that you have, that I did, you can see that I did manicures, I did facials, I did hair. And so I only made, this is an average, about what every hairdresser would make in 1 week. So we don't want you to take and make one appointment schedule for each stylist. I am just saying that this would be an average of what all the stylists would do, as long as you include one service of each, of some hair, some manicures, some facials in your appointment schedule. Does that make sense? All right, so now I'm going to take the total amount from step 4, which is this, which was your gross income. This is considered your gross income. That means that everything that you made without taking any expenses out. Okay, but I'm going to divide what we call the gross income. You're going to divide it by 2, because I'm going to pay back 50% commission. I'm going to pay those back to my employees. Okay, and so that's $16,560. And so this amount right here of $16,560 is what's going to be transferred back to the payroll amount in step 3 in part of your expenses. So let me go back, okay? I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you where that amount is going to go. And that's the amount of the payroll. So here we are. So that 16,000, that's where that goes in the payroll. $16,560. Okay? So that's where that went. And that's the way we figured that out from that other figure. So what you did now is you would total all the expenses that you had from step 4, okay? I'm sorry, from step 3, it cost me $22,115 from the expenses that I had, which included rent, utilities, advertising, month supplies, water, okay, gas and electric, which are your utilities, your telephone, your landline, and your payroll, okay? And if you want to include a landline and your cell phone, because you can deduct that as your business expense too, your business cell phone, you can include that on there. You're going to have your total gross amount. That's the amount you made without any type of deductions, and you're going to take and you're going to subtract the expenses, and that's going to give you your net profit. Now, I've seen salons in the past that they had way too many expenses as compared to the money that they had made. And so then here, they don't make a net profit. They end up with a loss, and they end up in the red here. So anyway, with that said, I hope that it gives you some insight on how to finish this step 3 and step 4. I have, again, sent this through Synergy. Mr. Soto is going to put it on Google Classroom, and you should be able to have all of this information. And we would like these particular pieces of information back to us by next week on April, what did I say? Let's look behind the board, April 27th, okay? For this class, session 1A and 1C, and due April the 30th, okay, for session 2 and 3. So you all have a great week. We will see you again on Tuesday, and next Tuesday's lesson will be scalp treatments. Have a great week. Stay safe and healthy. Goodbye.